Welcome to Sidekick Coffee. I'm Tom.
I'm Reese.
And today we are telling you everything you need to know about coffee subscriptions. So in today's video, we are talking about coffee subscriptions. Now, coffee subscriptions is a relatively new thing to the specialty coffee world, but it's been gaining tons of traction really quickly. Today, we're going to break down what are coffee subscriptions, what varieties are there, because there is tons of information out there and tons of different subscriptions that you can subscribe to. We're going to break it down to the facts for you here today and hopefully make it a little bit clearer about what you should get and also just a couple of recommendations that we would make as well.
Absolutely.
So before we go into the categories, generally, coffee subscription as a whole have a few common traits. Generally, it is a monthly service, and so you pay roughly between $25 to $30 a month for your 250 gram bag.
Yep.
You actually can decide how much you want, so you can get a 250 gram, 500 gram, a kilo, or up to, I think some do like 8 kilo.
That's
deliveries.
right, depending on I guess what you need. If you're a business, you may look at going, okay, well I want 8 kilos each month. If you're just at home, it's a lot of coffee.
That's a lot of damage.
If you're a business, you might want to look at that option. I have no need for 8 kilos of coffee a month.
Nah, probably not. That's a lot.
Maybe not. 250 suits me just fine. Yep. So at home, you might go through a kilo though.
First things first, the coffee subscriptions generally fall into two main categories.
That's right. You can go your curated route, or you can go to your favorite specific roastery directly.
The biggest pro out of a coffee subscription in general is that you don't have to remember to order coffee.
That's right.
The biggest thing is you've always got coffee every month. You know you're getting a delivery. And I think, honestly, that's the biggest appeal to it.
It's so good. I've gotten to the end of the month and I've got no coffee.
Yep. That's
the I
Nothing
have to,
worse,
ever, that you wake up in the morning, you're ready to go, and you don't have any coffee.
Yeah, that's the worst.
And then you go, well, do I rush out to somewhere? Do I try and find a cafe that's selling retail?
Do I just go back to bed and not bother going to work?
That's right.
That's what I've actually done.
Today's done. There are heaps and heaps and heaps of roasteries starting to do subscription coffee in Australia. Proud Mary's, 5 Senses. We've got Parallel, we have Sample Coffee. There's so many out there. All you have to do is Google coffee roasteries and you'll be able to find a plethora of different options.
Great word.
And for me, the biggest selling point in that is, like I said earlier, you're going to get a coffee that you know that you trust is going to be good every month.
Like if you swear by 5 Senses and you absolutely love 5 Senses coffee and you never want to try any other coffee or you want that to be your daily cup, I mean, you might want to try others, but that's your daily, then go to 5 Senses and get a subscription. On the other hand, we have the curated list. So,
that's right.
The examples we have in front of us are from a couple of different coffee subscriptions online, which curate coffee. So this one's Playground.
And this one is 3000 Thieves. Now, I got gifted a Playground coffee subscription for my birthday earlier in the year. And honestly, it saved my skin. And I loved it so much because much like 3000 Thieves, which we've spoken about in our stellar coffee review, they sent me coffees that I either wasn't expecting or I hadn't heard about before.
And this is what's so good about those curated subscriptions. Those companies spend time and effort locating these small roasters. They get the name out there, they get them a little bit of brand recognition, and it helps coffee snobs like us try new coffees. The coolest thing is sometimes as well is that you don't even know what's coming.
And I can't wait to really find out.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll do a review of that coffee, whatever it is.
Of course we will, very soon.
Yeah. Probably as soon as we're done recording this video.
What I like about both of these is that when I first received this box, it looked fun. Like I was so ready and excited for what was in there. And
I'm not gonna lie, I thought the bean on the Playground logo was a butt when I first saw it. It looked like a butt. But I think it's just a bean.
I'm pretty sure it's a bean.
But
get your mind out of the guts.
Looks like a butt.
Let's open it up. So I'm so excited. We have a Rumble Coffee Roasters bag of Guatemala coffee this month. And I have never actually gone out and ordered Rumble coffee. I've heard about Rumble coffee. I've drank Rumble coffee.
Yeah,
I was helping out with a conference in Sydney earlier this year, and the little cafe across the road, it was using Rumble, and it was really tasty, wasn't it?
I was there too, but that doesn't matter. Do you trust 3000 Thieves? Do you trust Playground to decide on your coffee? I mean, to be honest, I hate choosing things. I'm like the person who's like, what do you want for dinner? I don't know. What do you want for dinner?
And then you get into a big fight and you don't eat fair.
And it's the next morning and you haven't eaten dinner. And you're sleeping on the couch.
Yeah.
So for me, this is so good because it literally takes all the guesswork out and it takes all the decision making. So
it's
to
so
me,
good.
That you don't get a choice in what you get is a pro for me.
Me too. Yeah. I honestly am like a little kid at Christmas.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to see what's going to be in this box.
Yeah.
But what 3000 Thieves does as well is they give you this little pamphlet, little fold-out thing, where you've got some information about the roaster, where everything came from. It's so cool. I love what I normally do is I sit down and I brew my coffee. I sit down when I've had the first coffee and I read this during it, and it makes me so happy. I feel like I'm experiencing the coffee even more than I would have if I just picked it up at a cafe. I think the great thing about curated coffee is that it is an adventure. And yes, you do have to put your trust and faith in them, but I know that if you go onto Playground's website, they have a whole quiz that you can go through.
I love taking tests. Yippee.
Well, they want to know more about your palate.
True.
They want to know more about what type of coffee notes, flavors that you like.
So
Do you like dark chocolate, caramel? Do you like more of those berry notes? What type of berry notes? How are you going to use your coffee? Is it for espresso? Is it for pour over? Do you have your own grinder? They have all these questions. And it's just such a great way for them to really interact with you.
Yeah. So
and to make sure that they are sending out coffee that you're going to use and that you're going to love each week.
That's pretty much it when it comes to subscriptions. There isn't much to talk about there. You're generally looking, I think it's, for these two, they're the same price. I think it's $25 for 250 gram, and that's delivered as well.
Yep.
$35 for the 500 gram. And then $49.95, $50 for the 1 kilo. So
around that, yeah.
Around those prices. Obviously, prices fluctuate, things like that. But that's roughly how much you're going to be spending. So
super reasonable, I think, too.
Yeah, for sure. And it's even might be a good idea if you got a close friend who loves coffee with you. Maybe go in together and get the 500 or get the kilo. You're supporting local roasters and you're getting good value for money as well.
That's right. And if you guys are excited about what we're doing here, please subscribe down below. Give us a like. That would really help us out. And we can keep you updated on what's coming out in these subscription coffees.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, that's all from us. See you next time.
See you guys.